And we're back on July 13th, 2012.
July 13th, 2012.
What were you doing on that day?
Um, I was probably working.
Yes.
I'm trying to remember where I would have been working. 2012.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I was probably working at Papa John's.
Papa John's.
Papa John's. Yeah.
How was it?
How was it working there?
Yeah.
It was. It was like my first real job because I had a job before. Working for Nike seasonal. My dumbass didn't know you're not supposed to tell people your sister's dating one of the managers. So then she got fired, he got fired. I didn't get kept the seasonal, but but yeah, that did happen. That was like the only job I had before Papa John's.
Papa John's.
And then yeah, I thought it was cool because at the time I was living the farthest we've lived from this location. Well, not that doesn't make any sense. I was living in a different place, and because of that, my friends that was working a Papa John's out by like Redlands, California. Um, he got me a job there, and I was within like 10-15 minutes of driving, so it was fine. And then yeah, I became pretty good at it, just in general. And it was cool. I worked with like some of my best friends from high school. I worked with them in like different locations once I moved around, and it was cool because like they were your best friends, but then I got really lucky that like my friends were also like just in charge of their shit. Like they considered themselves good workers and they did the job right, and I never had to like hassle them because I was usually like the leader, like the manager, and then they were usually drivers. So like I'm technically probably making more pizzas than they are. I'm answering phones more and handling all the money and doing all that stuff. But at the end of the night when it's busy, they're the ones making the drives, and I have to make sure everything's ready for them to just come back and like take some, you know. So I don't know. It was a good balance. It was probably like one of the best working experiences that I've ever had, which was really cool to have. Like, I mean, some shit turned shady later on when owners and managers got involved, but like not with my friends. So I left, but I got really lucky. And it definitely made I realized I was like good at working, you know.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's a long thing, but I've always felt that. Yeah, I feel like my friends would also say the same. They're like, yeah, you did your shit. That's it. What were you doing?
What were you?
Oh, I don't remember what I was doing exactly on that day, but I'll keep it in the back of my mind.
Okay, it's 2012. It was when
July what?
July 13th.
July 13th.
So I may have, I think we moved into a new apartment in Chico, me and my sister. And I think around that time, yes, it wasn't my birthday yet, but it was going to be. It was summer, so it was probably like really hot outside, but in Chico it wasn't that hot like over here in the valley. I think that's my best guess for July 13th, 2012.
I'm trying to remember. Sorry.
It's okay.
It actually, it's because like hearing you talk, like also started making me remember some things. Like, I'm pretty sure that was Leo's first summer back from like the first year of college, I believe. Unless I'm wrong and he took a year in between, he might have, maybe not. But I think that was the first summer he came back from like being a year away at college. And that summer, my sister, my oldest sister, Leo, and myself bonded a lot by smoking weed in our front porch at our parents' house. It was sick.
Allegedly.
Yeah, it was cool though because it was like a great bonding experience, and it was overall it was very like sweet, and like we enjoyed just having that, I think. I've probably never had that conversation exactly with him. We've said like, "Oh, remember that?" Like, yeah, that was tight. But I think we all like enjoyed that quite a bit.
That's nice that you could bond with your siblings like that.
Yeah. Some now this I don't know if this is like even legal, but one time I was smoking, and then I picked up my dog Lulu, and then I just like blew it into her face, and it was a big hit, and I did it slowly, so it was like consistent in her face, and then like after she was just like super chill, but like she still wanted to hang. She was super chill.
You
I'm sorry.
monster. You're gonna get peed on your ass.
Damn, that was a long time ago. I've grown. This
He
is
is
we're
a
talking
better man.
2012. People have come a long way.
No
You
one
feel
was
me?
right in 2012.
It's been a decade. It's been a decade.
When were we supposed to die in 2012?
Oh yeah. The fuck, huh? What wasn't it in February? Maybe
Yeah,
20.
February like 14th or something. February 2nd.
No, it was wait, not February. It was December 12th,
2012. 12,
2012.
12,
12,
12.
12, 12 or some
Oh,
bullshit.
yeah. We were going to die. Unfortunately. We did
Damn.
not.
We did not. Unfortunately, we did not die. We're still here alive, trying to survive,
They extended the deadline.
making every aspect of my life content.
Mm-hmm.
I have a live stream of my poop session later if you want to come check it out.
Okay.
Sorry, it's a joke, not a funny one, but
Jokes.
I wouldn't even do that. I wouldn't even think of it. I actually do think it's disgusting, but I found it funny to think about for a second. I delve into the deep, and I am so sorry.
Okay, 2012. What kind of music was out then?
That's a good question. I would have to like almost check.
Fuck.
Well, if it is around the same time that I'm thinking, though, funny enough, I was like in a similar mindset in the music I was listening to. Kind of, I was discovering like electronic music. Like it was because of dubstep that I discovered some like electronic music.
Like
and
that Tarjay guy.
I don't know who that is.
Tarjay.
No, like for me, when I got introduced into dubstep, which is going to be like a super common way, it was through Skrillex, which I feel like is pretty normal for like, cause I think he kind of created it, right? Like, I think.
Well, I think he popularized.
Okay, yeah, because I really don't know, and I'm sure that there's like people that know the history that would say that would correct me.
Dubstep.
But dubstep, Skrillex in dubstep, like ushered on a genre, like an age of house music, kind of for me. Like I would listen to some dubstep through Skrillex, but then I wouldn't really like get too much into the dubstep. There was some, like I used to like Wolfgang Gartner a lot. I have listened to some of his more recent stuff, and it's not quite the same, but I feel like it's shitty to say that in general. I want to throw this out there. That has nothing to do with what we were saying, but I felt so like cringy when I rewatched our Nico like episode, because he was amazing, and I loved that he gave us a time, but like even that episode, it showed I don't like my mindset where I was. Like I was talking about numbers, and I was talking about like shit that like if you're a real artist, you're probably just like, damn, you're really like saying that. Like I was so awkward. But this is me over analyzing. But I just want to throw that out there once. I see it for those of you that see it. I just want to throw that out there. If you're listening. I don't remember what music I was listening to other than like house music.
In 2012.
Portishead was one. That was not necessarily house, but Adventure Club, like Flight Facilities was tight.
Cool.
Yeah. What do you remember in terms of music?
I was listening to like Marina and the Diamonds. I think maybe like Tovelo, like Tovelo or Tovelo.
Tovalo?
Yeah, they sing that song. I think Habits.
I don't think I know.
It's a
Cool.
good song. I'll show you later.
Yeah. Cool.
Um, I mean, I was listening to that. A lot of reggaeton.
Factoria.
Tore. Is that reggaeton?
I don't
Or that
know.
bachata? I don't know.
I thought it was
Actually, yeah,
reggaeton.
I think so. Yeah, I know it. I know a
That's just
song.
that.
I
It
know a
was probably
song.
around
I
that
know a
time, if
song.
not
I know
earlier.
a song from them. But yeah, like Angelique Grace, I think, and there was I was into a lot of like reggaeton and also like some Arabic music. I was starting to get into it.
Hmm.
Yeah. And like yeah, I was getting into Arabic music and I was like still trying to belly dance a little more and work out.
Yeah.
I was still a vegetarian.
Oh shit. How
Yeah.
long were you a vegetarian for? Still after that.
10 years out in total.
That's when you. But when did you stop?
Oh, I stopped when I turned like maybe 20. I started when I was 13. So I think around 23. It was, I think, 2016.
Wow. It's another 4 years.
So 13 years.
13 years.
Yeah.
You started when you were 13.
Oh, no, I'm stupid. Yeah.
Yeah, and you stopped when you were 23.
Yeah.
You're not stupid. But yeah, no, you're right. You got it. You got it right.
Yeah. I don't know why I was thinking in like age 13
Yeah,
versus 2020 or
I
20.
for some reason as you were explaining it, in my mind came up numbers, and I like thought I read like like age 13 and then 2016. So when you
Yeah.
said 23 or 13, I was like, wait, yeah, question mark. I was like, I think I it was weird, but
2016 was fucking 5 years ago.
2016 was 5 years ago.
5 years ago.
How old
2016.
was I? Oh, I was 25 years old.
I was 23. Oh no, I was gonna be 23.
I was gonna be 25. Yeah. Oh wait, in 2012, July what?
July 13th.
July 13th. Yeah, I was gonna be. How old were you gonna
Well,
be?
that's when I gave up being a vegetarian, 2016.
20. Oh,
But
okay.
we were talking about 2012 when I was a vegetarian.
Oh,
Nailed
okay.
it.
Nailed
It came
it.
back. Anyway, where were we? Oh, what were we doing
I have
that
so many
year?
thoughts. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I mean, I was not like dating or anything.
I wasn't dating either. I think I was getting to know friends that I'm really close with now. Even though we don't see each other, I don't talk to them that much. I still think there's a bond
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
can't
That's
be
nice.
broken. But yeah, like I think that's when they were being introduced into my life by my brother. So that's pretty interesting time.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else was I doing? Yeah, I was like in Chico. Pretty sure I may have gone to the bear hole one of those weeks, which is where we went swimming. It was fun.
The bear hole. You took me to the bear hole, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
that's
was
cool.
cold, huh?
Yeah, I was a little bitch though. I was a baby. Like I didn't want to get in the water. I think water. I have this like, it's not unnatural, but it doesn't feel natural. Like and I think I'm afraid of water for
To
sure.
be in the water?
To be in deep water. Yeah,
Oh.
deep water or big water, like just volumes of water.
Oh. Is it like, huh?
It's like because it can overtake me so easily.
Yeah. I mean, like, I have a fear of like going into the ocean
Yeah, I mean
because, like, I don't know what the fuck is there.
that's
There's
the
so
biggest body
much.
of water.
That's my fear. But like with lakes or like the bear hole, like I just fear that there's fish around me and then like I'm in their house.
There's a lot of people that
Or like an
deep dive like that.
imaginary great white shark in just regular rivers. I feared for like fucking the Great White Shark, Jaws, my whole life. I love that movie though, Jaws.
Jaws.
Yeah, but like I always thought there was gonna be a fucking shark in the pool, no matter how small the pool was. And I closed my eyes in the pool. It's like when I thought there was gonna be a shark, or when I was like swimming past, I just thought it was right behind me, and I'm just like, it's gonna get me. And like I don't know why I didn't know I had problems back then, but I had problems.
But
But did you ever do that though? Did you ever like run away from something like when you were like
yeah, I
playing
mean,
and chilling?
even I mean, I think it's a pretty normal thing. What I would say,
Okay, cool.
like turning off the lights and like running up the stairs because I don't want to be like in the darkness. Or
Yes.
yeah, like even being in the shower and just like closing my eyes and like for no reason feeling like there's something there that's gonna get me, but like seeing how long I can stay in there and just be like, fucking, I just gotta keep my eyes closed. You ain't got no power over me. Fucking get it. Just keep it. Yeah, just keeping my eyes closed. I don't give a fuck.
I think one time we were showering and I touched you somewhere. You were like,
No.
you were like ready. You had like burbujas all over your face. You were like,
Oh shit. Or maybe maybe that might have happened. Yeah, I could see that.
you're ready to throw hands. You
Yeah.
really are.
Well, that's
Oh.
something that, like, I think I mentioned to you that, well, you mentioned to me. Let's get that straight, actually.
PTSD.
That you think, and you didn't mean it in a bad way, but you think that I actually have more anxiety than you do because you find that I'm like more often than not in a state of conflict.
Yeah.
Like that, I'm always kind of in a state of conflict in a way.
Yeah.
And then like that kind of unlocked some things in my brain where I was like, you're right, because like one day like someone was walking weird by me and it seemed like they were following me behind me or something, like, and like I noticed in my brain as it was happening, I was like, oh yeah, this is something I've always done, where I'm just like, fucking attack me, bitch. I'm fucking ready. I'm fucking ready. Like, I'm just always ready
To fight.
for not. I don't advocate for I'm not an advocate for violence. It's not what I do here.
To self-defense.
But I am always ready. Like whenever I need to step up, I feel like, regardless, you know. But that's something I'm working on because I see it bleeding through, and that it makes so many things make sense now with like my dynamics with family and even some friends where, like I'm more like explosive than I even thought I was.
Yeah.
And sometimes you don't have to be explosive to like be kind of like set like the wrong tone, you know.
Yeah.
Like there's layers of work, but yeah, I don't know. It feels empowering to know that. It feels empowering to like to accept that and make of it what it is and then move forward. And I also feel like I was saying in the last episode, that this new job that I've been working is kind of some of the things they, specifically one of my area managers, just it helps bringing some of those concepts like home to your personal life, because it does help organize things. And yeah, anyways.
Yeah, no. I love that you're sharing that. Cuz I notice it like in me, I like sometimes I send like little memes to my brother. I post memes about mental health issues like in a funny way for me, because that's how I cope with it,
Mm-hmm.
knowing that someone else out there is struggling. Like it sucks that we're struggling, but like I feel you, like
Yeah.
I get you, friend. Like, and I have friends around me like that who we understand each other's mental health issues, but we're not on like suicide watch. We're it's not like we're gonna get there. We've already gotten to a desensitization to like currently always feeling on edge and always feeling like you're ready for a mental health breakdown or like to attack, so like always living with that anxiety and that noise in your head, like, you become desensitized to like having like explosive stuff. um I was on a train of thought and I kind of lost it. Can you
I'm
bring me
sorry.
back?
Um, right now,
Yeah.
fuck. You know, yeah. I think I'm so bad at this.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm so
So
sorry.
in memes, you know,
In memes.
in memes, explaining my feelings in memes to
Oh
my
yeah,
siblings. Like my brother, he like sends me messages sometimes like, "Are you okay? Are you all right?"
because
You
they're
know?
like that meme was dark or what?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, because sometimes they are concerning to someone who's not used to having their family member be open about mental health issues, especially in such a uh ironic comedic way, you know? Like the way I talk about like, like unaliving myself. Um the way I talk about it is just so normal to me that like it's almost a joke. Like that Dr. Phil soundbite, like shut the hell up,
yeah.
bitch, go kill yourself. Like
I
that
I'll
that
have you
helped a
know.
lot. Hearing that helped me a lot get like kind of through like the last few crises because like I kept hearing it over and over. It was a soundbite that stuck in my head, and that's ADHD,
To
where
be
it's serving
honest,
me.
it could also be ADHD. That the reason that I there have been times where you use that I am a victim of that word, and it's like the funniest thing ever. Like when you say "shut up, bitch,"
What the hell?
shut the hell, kill yourself.
But like I like it being said to me in that Dr. Phil is
And
saying
that
it to
yeah,
me, but like in the ironic sense that he's reading a note from someone, like a text message that a girl he was interviewing sent with her other friends. But we're
yeah,
not actively saying, do that. We're saying, like, how ironic is it that Dr. Phil's the one telling you to
yeah,
do
exactly.
this? And you just like laugh and you're just
Well, I
like,
think that's
oh,
like
okay, like,
when I laugh about it, that everything you just said, it's like embedded in it, and like that's why like I don't. It almost doesn't like for me. I don't feel like it needs like
explaining.
explaining. Yeah, but like I love how you explain it because it puts words to the things that I don't have words for.
Yeah.
Like yeah,
Like I'm morbid, but don't get concerned about me unless I tell you to be concerned because I've been through concerning feelings and other days where I never talked about it to anyone, that now when I'm actively talking about it, like it's making it become my normal talk, that anyone who's not comfortable with that, like, is okay. They're not ready to talk about that. But the people who have been waiting to talk about this, like, I love that people can talk to me about it because it just makes me think, like, how many more people out there are like just clenching that asshole of like their body just holding on to their emotions for so long.
yeah,
And I have the privilege and the stupidity to just like talk about my feelings like they're a fucking science book. Like, given I was kind of like traumatized into like, and I don't mean that as in like I was beaten to shit way, I was just psychologically questioned differently than other kids should have been. But with that, it's like where was I?
um, fuck,
Desensitized.
desensitized. It's because it's so hard for me to remember like exactly what.
I'm sorry.
No, no, you don't have to say sorry at all.
Oh, so I guess where it gets concerning, like I'm so desensitized to what seems like a crisis to someone
Yeah,
who hasn't really felt that.
well, I was gonna, because as you're saying that too, like something that I forgot that is coming back is
Oh, clenching.
well, not just clenching, but like yeah, clenching because when you clench something for a long time, after a while, it doesn't feel like you're clenching, and then
Yeah.
like that's when that I think like those are the types of patterns that I also have embedded in me where I'm trying to like undo some of that like clenching, but at the same time, I feel like I have always been someone that talks openly about certain things about myself. And I used to think I was a weird person, but now I'm realizing that maybe I just made people around me feel weird because I was so open about certain things. And yeah, I used to take it not personal, but I used to think like, oh, I'm like kind
I
of a weirdo, but I'm like, oh no, it's just people that handle things the way they need to handle, the way they handle them at that time.
Yeah,
You know?
and some people are not ready for the conversation sometimes, that it just
Yeah,
throws them off, and I realize that too with my ADHD and like my issues. And this is how I found more people who have ADHD and so have my issues, because you're just drawn to each other at this point, because you're just like all kind of grieving like a childhood or a certain type of like love that you never had, but now you're gonna try to give it to yourself. So you need to embody a light that you're gonna love, and to give love freely, but take no shit, and to receive love and
yeah,
to appreciate yourself. Anyway, so
hell yeah,
the more I talk about the mental health stuff, like the more people like kind of worry, but they see that I'm kind of like joyful and like pleasant to talk about it, that they're kind of like, I'm not worried about her. And sometimes they are, but the thing is that I rather they know what's going on and know that they can also talk to me about that. And they can also trust me to be like, what can I do for myself? What can I do for my family member? And sometimes I don't always give the best answers. Like, I'm not going to say I'm the best answer question person, but I will say, like, I will tell them, like, this is how I feel supported, and this is what my partner does for me, and this is what makes me feel safe, because some people don't feel safe always talking, and that's okay, but maybe they should be doing something that lets out that physical energy,
yeah.
like working out, like powerlifting, I would say, is a perfect one, or
But
like
I used to think
wrestling.
I used to think that powerlifting at a young age stunted growth and had a lot of negative factors, but yeah, I guess that's just kind of like a myth, right?
Yeah, yeah, it
Yeah, it's like
actually helps
it helps, yeah,
a little. I would also like, your bones are gonna have to grow regardless. Like,
yeah.
it's like teeth, no matter how much you left them there,
I
or
feel like
like
it,
which one you remove, they're gonna move the way they wanna.
yeah. I mean, that's a skill I would have loved to like actually been able to do for longer, like develop for longer. Because now that we have a really cool strength trainer, and we're
Josh,
going to the gym, and honestly, we've gone to this gym a couple times, and it's empty a lot of the time.
don't
Well,
tell him.
not a lot of the time, but it's yeah. I won't say where, but it's been really nice. But yeah, the only like gym class I had back in high school was one where I didn't really enjoy myself. Um, yeah, I feel like I could have enjoyed myself if I had been able to be in a group with my friends, but I wasn't. So then, like, it was kind of a shitty class, and the people I was bunched with, they just fucked with me a lot. Like, one of them would tickle me when I was trying to bench, and another one would just like put his one of his legs over the bench as I'm trying to bench, and then just be like saying really weird stuff. And this is like
Ugh,
one of the popular guys that played golf at the school.
that's
It's like, oh, he came out with a
disgusting.
red belt. Oh my god! I remember. I listened. I will not voice my opinion on it
Can
here.
I voice my opinion right now, because
Sure.
I'm feeling heated internally from this?
Oh, sure.
As someone who enjoys going to the gym is my temple, and I'm very protective. So
Oh,
I will tell you the gym rules that should be known. If you are lifting heavy weights and you are capable of taking them off the rack, you can put them back on the rack. You'll
oh.
be just as capable putting them back. I believe in you to put them back correctly, because some of us bitches can't lift the 30, 80 pounders that you're leaving just everywhere. Like, some of us have arthritis. Like, some days I don't want to lift a 100-pound dumbbell for no fucking reason that you could have picked up and put back. Like, how pathetic is that? You're strong enough to lift it off but not put it back. Like, that means you can't do that weight, my friend. That means you're doing way too much, and you're an inconvenience to all of us. Stop being an oxygen stealer. Also, wipe down the places you've been working out at, especially if you've been sweating, because that's disgusting, and it's COVID time, and someone else has to sit on it and like smell the scent you left there. It's disturbing. No one wants to smell you. Also, if you talk loud, don't at the gym. Speak with your inside voice or speak at your friend's tone.
I will say it was,
Like,
yeah. I've had a couple experiences now where it's just people are way too loud with their friends there, and I'm like, this ain't a fucking hangout
like,
necessarily. Like,
like,
come on.
especially if the people around you don't have headphones, don't talk to fucking, don't be yelling. Don't be talking shit. You know, like you can hang out with your friends afterwards and you can hang out with them there too and you can shoot the shit and work out at the same time. But you don't need to be so fucking loud because some of us don't have headphones sometimes because we forget them because we're stupid. It's not our fault, but I'm giving you the same courtesy of just not yelling random shit in the gym. Let's see what else. Don't stare at people for longer than half a second. If they're doing something where they're falling apart, yes, definitely ask if they need help or go like help them. You know, don't film it. Help them. You monsters.
Dang, this became a whole PSA.
I've been holding it in enough and like repairing it in my head while I'm driving or while I'm at the gym when I'm working out and getting upset. Also, if you're not doing the actual exercise the machine was intended for or what it can be used for, get out of that area if you can do it somewhere else. Oh my god,
That's,
there's
yeah,
people
that's so true.
inside the squat rack
Doing
doing like
deadlifts.
no, not even the
Not even,
deadlifts.
no.
It's the hip thrust. They put the bench behind them and they thrust the squat rack, the bar,
Oh yeah.
and like they're working on their ass, and that's cool and all. You can do all that, but
Then
you can do that
there's
on the other
floor.
side.
Yeah, on the other side there's, yeah, exactly.
And there's plenty of machines that can work the butt, if not better. And also, like, why do you need it? Why do you need the whole squat rack for if another bitch can
You
use it
know,
to actually squat?
I'm glad you brought that up because
Like,
I hadn't even noticed it before, but now that you're saying that, I'm like, oh yeah, because we have the times that we haven't been able to get those machines. It's usually when someone's not even using it.
yeah. And like, if someone's using like a machine and you like go and like take their machine while they just barely stand up, like that's fucking rude. The least you could have done is ask, like, how much do you have left? And also, if you see that there's 3 squat racks and all are being used by a person, and if the one person you ask is the only girl there for the squat rack but not the other 2 guys, you need to ask the guys first, because it's very rude that you went to the first one as a girl because you don't think that her workout matters enough. I've had that done to me so many fucking times. It's agonizing. Or sometimes it'll be like guys like trying to correct me or like trying to like stare at me do it, and it pisses me off. Like stop like babysitting the machine too. Like, this disturbing, you know?
Yeah.
And also, don't talk to your like girlfriends or baby mamas out loud at the gym. Everyone can hear it. I know all the tea. I already know you're cheating on her. I'm
Oh.
pretty sure it's the side piece. That's why you talk to her at the gym. Check his phone bill. Check his phone history while he's at the gym.
Dang.
I know. And
I
it's the
believe
ones
you.
that are so annoying that and like don't even like lift that much that are talking like that. Like, ugh.
Dang, you're ready to go back to the gym, aren't you?
I'm ready.
You're like a whole week off. It just started too.
Yeah, it's only Tuesday.
Well, just take it as you feel.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Anyway,
Dang.
you don't need to be a dick at the gym. You don't need to yell. You can put your plates away because some of us have arthritis in our little hands and we can't always lift the big things that you leave behind. We're not clunky like you. Like, I'm sorry, your
Who is
Tonka
this?
truck ass
Wait, but
needs to pick that shit up.
is anyone that w- that lifts weight gonna really watch this though?
I don't know. I mean,
It could. It could. I'm actually
honestly,
so sorry
some
for
of the
saying that.
biggest like the bodybuilders I've seen on Instagram can be the most pretentious guys that they end up watching a podcast like this to think that they were cool. Because I'm pretty sure I've met dudes like that and I've hung out with them, and they're just so like, they pretend they already know the ways of the world, but they're not giving
But
you
like,
the benefit of the doubt to let you talk about yourself. And so that's would be a coincidental way and personality of the bodybuilder who goes to the gym.
are you
And
calling out any of?
no,
No, okay.
no, those specific people that I get upset about would never watch this. They don't listen to women,
You know,
much less.
a lot of guys don't listen to women, and much less a lot of something I'm finding a pattern of is like a lot of guys don't like to communicate with their partner. It's a and
It's
I
the
Yeah, like when I
worst.
hear it from like the women's perspective, it kind of I'm just like dang, like, yeah, sorry.
He's calling you out, not me. The man is. But that's the
Yeah,
thing too. Like now that you're like with like a partner who's willing to teach you those things and like to talk to you about your behavior, now you notice the patterns in your friends' behaviors,
yeah. I
and
mean, yeah,
that's so much growth in one little bit of time. And like I'm proud of you for that, yes, but you have such a way to go. But it's almost like you're excited for that development because you're like, I'm better than when I was 2 months ago.
yeah. It's just with everything other with every other thing I feel like I have to face.
Yeah.
Like I feel anxiety that like, am I gonna be able to do it? Am I not? And then I just keep finding that like, hey man, you've been able to do it and you're doing it well. Like you don't have to be so stressed.
Yeah.
And I feel like it applies to so many different things about how I act and how I carry myself, how I do things.
Yeah. And then you notice how much clenching you've been holding on to.
Yeah,
And so like noticing that is just so like, I feel liberating because now you're just kind of like, I'm not that guy anymore. But
I don't
I'm
even
proud
like.
of him. He did
Yeah,
what he had to do.
I mean, I'm
Now
still
he's better.
him, but like he went through his journey all the way. Like I'm not stuck
Yeah.
at that point yet because like I'm still probably I don't know.
Like you're proud to have come at least this far, you know?
Yeah,
Like in general, because you're like, I developed well and I did what I had to do and I'm here now.
I feel like
There's only way up.
we're like one of the first true generations that like maybe I'm wrong, but probably that didn't have to worry so much about like yeah we did have to worry about like the stigma and stuff, but I feel like we're one of the first generations that really is going to be able to do differently than before, and that's really exciting. So like sometimes I feel like I don't try to, but I if I look at it, like I feel like I like part of me is in I lean to like endow things with that, if that makes sense. Like
Yeah.
uh, I don't even know what I just said. I do know what I just said, but I just forgot. I'm a train wreck.
Me too.
I'm a phony.
I'm a monster. I'm
Monsters.
terrible. Yeah. I mean, it's about your journey and like how much energy you're putting into it.
Hmm.
But anyway, I feel like you noticing like these behaviors in like your own peers, like you're able to kind of like talk about it about yourself now. You're kind of able to view like what your friends go through, like as couples. You know, now
Yeah.
you're like, oh, my friend's kind of problematic, and like his girlfriend's not really saying much. Like, what the fuck? Or like
Yeah.
his wife, or or maybe the boyfriend's not saying much, and you're just kind of like thinking like this dude should stand up for himself or something. Like, I feel like now you're just kind of like understanding that relationships are all about like what people put in and
Yeah.
what they want out of it. And I'm gonna say something crazy, but a corner of my eye is like thinking there's like some psycho doll back there because of the flowers, but
Oh,
there isn't. And like it's freaking me out that I'm seeing that in the corner of my eye because she's not there. There's
it's
not.
not.
There's no doll there.
There's no doll there.
So stop with the brujería. Aquí ya no más. No te queremos. No. Get out my house. Anyway, thank you.
That was a pretty good. That was a little rant. You came after the gym people.
I can go
I
again.
wonder. I know. I think.
I can come for them again specifically.
Oh, I mean, I think that I'm excited for us because, like, finding that balance with like taking care of our physical health and we're trying to do the work on our mental health and like finding balance in general seems to be like at arm's length in a way, you know. And it might sound sad, like I'm not gonna say that I necessarily didn't think I could get there or that I was never there. It does feel like I've never had balance. And like even points where I found that I did have balance, like they were kind of not it. I'm at the best point I've ever been in my life.
Yeah.
So
And can I confess something?
Sure.
With my anxiety as we like got married, I kind of kept like a form of anxiety where like you were gonna be like not as happy for some reason, and that you were gonna get like, you know, where we had like moods and like we just didn't like communicate or understand each other.
Oh.
And I thought that I'm just like, okay. And then it happened here and there. And I was just like, oh, is it getting worse? And then now I'm like, it's getting better.
Yeah.
Like it slowly, surely it got better. But like it got better to the point that now I'm like, dang, it's been a long time since that's happened. And I'm very glad that it's been a while.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it happened not too long ago. Thank you for giving me credit.
Yeah.
But it had been a while since, and I didn't even realize that because I was like I felt so good, you know?
Yeah.
And like, yeah, it definitely felt like afterwards, after talking to you, it definitely felt not good in a way, but it felt like I felt happy.
Yeah.
That it's a much bigger improvement than. And then yeah, now I'm even saying like, yeah, I'm in a constant state of conflict, so I just have to be very balanced and careful.
Now you have to find solutions.
I am a problem solver. On my resume, you better know it.
And I found that some of my favorite solutions through overthinking is that sometimes things don't need solutions. You can just leave them and abandon them.
Damn.
And no one is going to give a shit that I didn't solve that.
That made me think of a time where someone I know dropped off kittens in a box somewhere. Well, that's sad. I was a kid. I had no control over it. That was sad.
Yeah.
And with that,
couldn't do anything about it, but now you're grown and now you're like,
yeah,
no one gave a shit that you didn't solve it.
I hadn't thought of in a while, and that I feel like that's kind of like traumatizing in a way.
Yeah, because you brought it up and you didn't resolve it. So now that we were talking about things we can't resolve, like this is something that you were probably like holding on to, like guilt wise. Like, imagine.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely.
You couldn't do shit about it.
Yeah.
Nothing you could have done. And you're here now, and you're good. And you can be happy.
Yeah. I am enough. I am worthy. I make my own fate. That sounds kind of cultish, but.
And he will save kittens.
I will save kittens. Yes. He has. Fuck yeah.
And he's very sweet with them. Like the cats at the cat cafe we went to during our vacation, they all went to him.
We'll probably. I want to release like a little montage video.
You'll see a cute video.
Yeah, maybe we'll watch it
with the kitten
on a future episode.
Okay. You get to play with the kitty.
Well, maybe next time we'll think of a different date.
Okay. I love you.
I love you too.
Good. Did we resolve an issue?
I don't think there was an issue.
Exactly.
So it's good. I think there's a lot of learning, a lot of growing happening in
Yes.
so many different things, and I'm happy and I'm ready. So cool.
Yes.
I'm so awkward. I feel so weird. We
Is it
shouldn't have
because
taken those mushrooms, yo.
they were not mushrooms?
They were not.
They were not. They were legal.
It was a gummy.
CBD.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anyways,
Anyways.
we'll see you guys next time.
Thank you for coming to the shit show.
To the shit show. Oh, it could be called the shit show.
I'm a shit show.
Life.
Bye.
Bye.